Hi, I'm Alyssa Nobriga, and this is your place to connect with your soul and get tips on creating success in business and in relationships. So today I want to speak to you about an alternative, creative, fun, beautiful way to set up your goals for either the next 6 months to a year. And as you can see behind me, I have a big white Post-it paper and then a bunch of other colors and sizes of Post-its. And so I really want to dive into with creating something that's visual, that's inspiring, that's organized to really set you up to take things to the next level in your business. You can also use this for your personal life or particular projects that you may have, but I'll just focus on business for now. So what you'll want to do, there's two different ways to do this. And the first way is to first identify what are the top 8 things that I want to do that will create and take my business to the next level in these next 6 months. Pretend we're going to say 6 months. So what are those 8, and I would say maximum 10 things, and less is often helpful so you can be more streamlined and focused, but let's just say 8 things that are really going to help me propel myself and my work to the next level. So you'll identify what those are, and each of those you'll write on the bigger Post-its what those bigger themes are. And for example, if one of those things is hiring a team, you'll want to identify who would you need to hire, who would be helpful to have on your team. Say, for example, you had an assistant. You wanted to hire an assistant, somebody for marketing, a web developer, and so whoever that would be would just identify with those smaller Post-its. And then you want to identify what are those tasks that you need to do for each of those to be able to hire that person. So you can, let's just get a Post-it and say the first step would be to go on a website like Odesk. And you can write that here, go on Odesk looking for an assistant. And so as you've done that, then you can peel away, oops, just supposed to be one of them, you can peel away the one that you've already done, so it's out of sight, out of mind. And once you have hired them, then you can take that one off as well. What I love about this is that you can modify it as you go. It's helpful because you're going to have changes. Things are going to come up that you didn't expect. And so this is a really easy visual way to help organize all of that. So again, just to review, the bigger ticket items that you want to do to move your business forward will be labeled here. I put website here, so if you want to create a website or if you want to make modifications to your website, then you can list all the subsequent things that you need to do, starting from now and then work your way backwards, and you can take and peel off as you go. Second way to do this is to say you don't know what those bigger themes are that you want to, that it will help you moving your business forward. So what you'll do is you'll just take some of these smaller Post-it notes and just start writing down all those things you know that you need to do, all your little to-do lists. And you don't have to structure it, just put it on this bigger Post-it, this white paper. You can use a cork board instead as well. And then you'll start seeing bigger themes, and you can rearrange and repost and put things in corners, and eventually you'll start understanding, oh, that's the bigger thing that I can label this. And then you can put it on one of these bigger Post-its. So that just kind of helps you, oh, that's what I'm doing online, or this is for my team. So you can go either backwards or forwards, it doesn't really matter. But once you have your board, your Post-it board of goals all feels pretty complete and you've got all your steps identified, then you want to just really take a moment and see if what you're putting your time on is really reflecting what you value. So we know that what we spend time on is what we value. So you want to work backwards and say, is this really in alignment with the things that I value, that I want to be spending my time on? Are these the best, is this the best use of my time? Can I restructure it if it's not? Can I hire out? Can I let it go? So that you're really being intentional about how you're setting up your year or your next 6 months or this, whatever the project is. So really tune in. I really love Gandhi's quote. He says, he says, what does he say? Action expresses priorities. And I love that because then it's like, yeah, what I value is what I'm doing. So it's sort of a checks and balances. Is this something that's really calling to my heart? Is this really the best use of my time? And you can make sure to have it polished, have it really reflect what's true for you. And once you have it all completed, you'll take this into your monthly and weekly calendar so that you can get really grounded in creating time, carving out time for each of these tasks. And just one last tool I want to share, and this is something that you can do daily. So once you've got it all mapped out into your calendar, at the end of your workday, each workday, I invite you just to identify what are the top 3 things that would really create a successful day for you the next day. What are those 3 things that you could do that would really move things forward? And so identify what those are, see if they're doable, and write them down so that when you come to work the next day, you're set up for success. You're really clear and structured on how you can most prioritize your time. And I wouldn't do more than 3. I think things take a little bit longer than we usually expect. And if you do more, great, but at least you've set it up in a way that you can at least manage and you'll feel encouraged to keep going. So celebrate every part as you go. I would love to hear from you. Maybe you have other ways that you've set up goals and you want to share. Please feel free to add in the comments below. We inspire and inform each other as we go. And if you would like more tips and audios and resources, please go to my website at alyssanobriga.com and check out the freebies tab. And I have lots of free things that I'm giving away. I'm happy to support you in really creating what's most alive and true in your heart. So I do hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much.